So today I'm going to teach you how to water your plants properly. And I know that might sound a little bit silly, but you'd be surprised how many people out there don't actually know like the right way to water plants. Some key things to know is, and it's something that when I started getting into plants, somebody told me, and it really stuck with me, that you can't kill your plants by how much water you give them, but how frequently you water the plants. So if you were to dunk your plant in water, in like a bucket of water, and hold it there for like 2 minutes, it's going to be completely fine. But if you were to do that, if you were to pour like a little bit of water into it every single day, it's going to eventually annoy the plant and it's going to start to get root rot and stuff. So you are better off completely drowning your plant for a couple of minutes or whatever than a little bit of water here and there. So I only remembered that I was going to be doing this video right now as I'm watering plants, and the plant that I grabbed is not a good example. It's needing a repot badly. As you can see, like the soil's separated from the pot on the sides, which is a very, very good indication that this needs to be repotted, and that's just not very good soil to begin with. But you know what? We're not doing that today. That's not what today's about. One of the worst things that you can do is, I've said this in a few videos already, but one of the worst things that you can do is plant directly into a decorative pot. You always want to be having your plant in the grower's pot or planter pot, whatever you want to call it, because that way you can remove the pot, water it, then put it back in the decorative pot. But if you have your plant in the decorative pot, more often than not, they don't have any drainage holes in the bottom, or they've got one, and that's just nowhere near enough, and the plant is going to drown and get root rot and die. So yeah, when people say they can't grow plants, that's usually what they're doing wrong. And also, I need to just completely clarify that everyone waters differently. For me, 9 times out of 10, I've just got the hose, because I've got greenhouses, I just get the hose and water them all down that way. But for the ones inside, like the giant Raphidophora over the back here, I'll get, I don't have it here, a 2-litre bottle that I don't use anymore, one with a handle. It's a distilled water bottle from back in the day, and I'll just pour it into the top of the moss poles, because I've got cling wrap around my moss poles. The water doesn't go everywhere. Do that if you don't do that. But anyway, onto the whole watering part. This is actually hard to do one-handed. So the whole thing that you're going to be doing, I'm using the Begonia Belmorus, if anyone was interested. You want to be watering your plant so then the water is draining through the pot completely. And also, this is going to be a bad example because the soil is so compact, but you'll get the idea. So water it all, so then it's, okay, well, it's not draining as quick as what I thought it would. You want to get all of the soil wet for as long as possible, or as much as possible. Then it's running out the bottom like that. That was so hard to do one-handed. My God. But I don't water in the sink, obviously, personally. That was just for an example. I have all my plants sitting in saucers. And that's probably what a lot of people here that are watching this also have. So in that case, like I said, I just go around with the 2-litre bottle of water. I've got 2 of them, so there's technically 4 litres that I carry around with me. Takes ages, but it's the way that I've found to be most time efficient and controlled. But they also have, what am I saying? Getting distracted. ADHD, there's a bug in the sink from the pot. Focus. I let the plant sit in water in the saucer overnight also, because then the next day, more often than not, the plant has soaked up the excess water, and yeah, just to make sure that all of the soil is getting soaked. A lot of people say to bottom water your plants. I mean, that's not for me. Not to be rude, but people that do that, too much time on your hands. You have to keep going back and filling it up, and it's just a waste of time. Do it this way, way more quicker. Anyway, that's me rambling done. What?